Chapter 1. The beast is his beauty. Today was a beautiful Friday, and I was letting nothing dampen my spirits. It had been a rough day at work, and already the weekend was upon me. And soon it would be Monday again, and all would be repeated. Thank God it's Friday. I felt like I was trapped. Just like in the movies at the theater, it's Groundhog Day. Sleeping only to wake up to the same old stuff. It was such a nice day for visits from the local church folk. They always seemed to be a caring and concerned bunch of people in the group. Pastor Gino stood in my yard, looking at the flowers and watching my dog, Snowball, run around jumping and playing. My mom had named him Snowball the Wolf Dog. I love that dog, a great watchdog. She was a large dog from the wolf family, a pure white furry Somalian, and she had been given to me by a neighbor who could no longer care for her. We had been invited by Pastor Gino to his services many times, and he had a vibrant, fairly young congregation. His wife was beautiful and stood tall and lean, a very well-dressed woman with 3 children, and they were just as fair as the 2 parents. All of these peaches were definitely from the same tree, no doubt. The 2 sons identical to their father, and the one daughter a little angel with creamy brown skin, just like the perfect vanilla wafer cookie. I chuckled to myself and thought, she should be named Cookie. And she was just as sweet. The church was filled with lots of musical instruments and a nice choir, and they believed in making a joyful noise unto the Lord. Pastor Gino was a good speaker and admonished the group to be strong through these tough times and for them to hold on to God's unchanging hand. Many more sermons would be preached like that one, and many more people would believe in the almighty words of God. Some people, however, get confused about what the preacher is demonstrating. They can only see the man and decide to love intensely and trust and believe in the man, and forget that the man is only an instrument used to declare the written word of the Almighty God. In the Bible, the Apostle Paul teaches a great lesson when he says to the people in the city of Corinth, 1 Corinthians 9:27, "But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway." Number 1, not standing the test, not approved. That's the description of a castaway. Number 2, that which does not prove itself such as it ought, unfit for, spurious, false, not genuine, reprobate, one foreordained to damnation. My house was an old house, and we had begun construction on the front of it. Many workers and friends would stop by to visit occasionally. The conditions in the house had become rather distressing to myself, and seldom, if ever, would I open the front door. Several weeks after the last visit from Pastor Gino, I received another visit from him. This visit was quite unexpected and at a very bad time for me. The sun was going down, and I was home alone. The knock came at the door, and I did not move to answer it. I, however, eased close enough to the window's edge to see that it was Pastor Gino knocking. After several raps, I heard him step off of the porch and onto the drying grass. He did not walk away. I could hear him standing there and hear also my dog running around playing with him. I watched through the curtains the shadow of Pastor Gene as he walked along the side of my house towards the backyard. I followed him from room to room silently. He seemed nervous or distracted by something. I was not getting a good feeling about him being there because my house was insecure. My house was very old and shifting on the foundation. Actually, it appeared to be sinking into the ground in some areas. Due to this condition, several of the doors were not able to shut, and in the kitchen, the door would not close at all. This door was in the breakfast nook area at the very rear of the house. We had trouble with rodents entering in through the door, so we had it secured shut only with an old sofa pulled directly across the entrance. It, however, could be moved with a push or little to no exertion at all. I was thinking, oh no, Pastor Gino can get in through that door if he wants to. So I darted into the side bedroom, so hopefully he would not see me if he decided to come in. Maybe I'll hide or pretend to have been asleep if he comes in out of curiosity. After a few minutes of silence, I began to hear a strange sound coming from the backyard. It sounded like a whimper at first, then a constant sound of a woman in the throes of passion. I was quite startled and wondered who he had met in my backyard. Maybe a neighbor lady, and they had both decided to have a secret rendezvous in my backyard flowers and bushes. The floorboards of my bedroom were very creaky, and so to remain undetected, I began to slowly creep up to the window that overlooked the back of my house. Walking along the wall, I eased up to the window, and I looked down upon Pastor Gino. He was down underneath me, for the window was elevated slightly over his body, and he did not see me. He was looking around to see if anyone was watching him. Then I saw it. He had my dog, Snowball. His pants were dropped down around his legs, and he had my dog pulled up under him, and he was having sex with my dog. I panicked. I froze dead in my tracks. A fear gripped me, and I fell back, arms spread apart, holding onto the wall. I could yet see him through the edge of the curtains. He must have thought he heard something, because he moved in a startled manner and stopped momentarily to look around and to see if someone was there. I did not move. I could not move. My immediate thought went to the door. He was only 2 or 3 feet from the kitchen door. Oh my God. If he knew I saw him, he would hurt me. Maybe even kill me to protect his reputation. Yes, I'm quite sure he would have to kill me. Questions began to roll through my mind. Oh my God. What about his wife, his children, his church, and members? They would be devastated by this information. How could he have a dog and a wife? A dog with parasites, worms, and diseases, and oh my God, a dog. My dog. I could not move. All I could do was pray, Lord, let him leave. Please don't let him come through that door. God, please don't let him kill me. A short while afterwards, the sexual sound stopped. I heard the bushes cracking and my dog was running around free again. The shadow of Pastor Gino moved away from my bedroom window towards the kitchen door. No pushing, no turning on the knob, only a few sounds of cracking weeds and brush. I could hear him as he was walking towards the opposite side of my house. I still could not move. I could just think and sweat. My heart was racing. Then suddenly I heard the engine of an automobile start up out in front of my house. I tore out of the room and ran to the other side of my house to the front window. I peeked through the edge of the curtain, hoping not to be seen. There he was. Pastor Gino was backing his car out of my driveway and leaving. Exodus 22:19. Whosoever lieth with a beast shall surely be of fornication put to death. Leviticus 18:23. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to unlawful lust, defile thyself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion. Leviticus 20:15. And if a man lie with a beast, he shall surely be of bestiality put to death, and you shall slay the beast. Leviticus 20:16. And if a woman approach unto any beast, and of bestiality lie down thereto, thou shalt kill the woman and the beast. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. This is how the Levitical law was implemented. Laws and rules have been implemented today. And so someone found in this situation would have to go before the courts and have a trial. Shortly after this incident happened, possibly 2 weeks later, my dog, Snowball, disappeared. She had been stolen from the yard. Hopefully, Pastor Gino repented and that God has forgiven him for his acts. I could never tell what I had seen. He would hurt me or possibly kill me.